Hey everyone, stick with us versus herd. If it's your first time here, like the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications from when we post videos, tap the bell. And if you want to join or subscribe to our Options Trading Live channel, I go live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before market open. Link is below in the description. And if you want to join the UVH fam, our community, link is below as well to our Discord and our Options Trading group on Facebook. If you made money today, comment got paid. If you lost money today, comment learned a lesson. If you could do me a favor, hit the like button for the YouTube algo. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. Yes, I did make money. I'm up over $500 in realized profits today. But before we get into the actual trades, what went down and the whole Trump thing and everything that went down, this week, I kind of want to cover quickly. This week, last Tuesday and Wednesday, we didn't have trading Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, I went through some of the worst trades that I've had in a long time. And actually, some of the biggest losses I've had in a long time was Tuesday and Wednesday. And really, what happened was I reevaluated and I regrouped, and the key to turning things around. So yesterday and today, I was both green yesterday and today. So we had 2 losing days and two green days, right? And I think what happens, a lot of people get stuck in a rut and they're like, I'm not sure what to do. I don't know how to get out of this rut. Red day just keeps snowballing into red day after red day after red day. And honestly, the key to getting through that is to identify where you're making a mistake. Why were you losing so consistently? Why did you lose on those trades? Was it emotionally? Was it because you were trading too big? What was it? And for me, I exited my positions at the wrong time. I got shook out this week. When they dropped the market hard, I was loaded up on calls. They shook it hard, dropped a lot. And if I held on to those trades and instead of losing the $2,000 or $1,800 that I lost Tuesday and Wednesday, right now I would have been up $4 to $5 grand right now if I would have just stuck to the plan. So the thing is, identify what you did wrong. And the thing that I did wrong is I didn't stick with my initial plan. I didn't cut losses when I said I was going to cut losses. And I didn't re-enter where I said I was going to re-enter. So if you can identify where your trades are going wrong, you can turn things around. You can turn it around. You don't have to keep having red day after red day. Sure, you might have a couple red days in a row, maybe even have a red week. Right now I'm down on the week. Not great, but I'm confident that next week I'm going to be coming back swinging because Thursday and Friday we came back hard, came back green today, almost made $600. We were up a lot more if SPY didn't rally so hard, but I took profits along the way, have some trades in the work. I am short a little bit, I am long on some other trades. So that is the key to turning around your trades. Identify the issue. Where are you going wrong? And if you're not sure, you need to look real hard. List out your trades, list out your winners, list out your losers, and say, hey, this is what I did wrong in these trades. This is what I did right. Now, where am I going wrong every day? And you have to do that. It doesn't matter what your experience level is. You're gonna get into a rut no matter what. If you've been trading 20 years, you've been trading 2 years, 2 weeks, you're gonna have issues. And this week I ran into some issues. Some of it was mental, emotional. And when you bring emotions into trading, you're gonna have problems. And I was a little bit emotional earlier this week, and I had problems. So you got to overcome that, and then you got to move forward. You got to forget that. People reflect too much on, oh, I lost because this happened or this happened. Yeah, you did. You lost. I lost. It is what it is. But how do you move forward? You have to look ahead, because if you're always looking behind you, you're gonna keep losing. So I just wanted to kind of cover that real quick and let you guys know how I turned around my trading mentality and how did I get through those 2 losing days to getting back into the green, because it's all about getting back into the green. If you don't trust yourself, then you don't trade. Just step back and say, hey, I don't know. I'm gonna take the week off. I got to figure this out later. But eventually, you got to figure out what you did wrong, because if you just come back to trading and you didn't put any work or time into figuring out what went wrong, you're going to commit those same mistakes and you're going to continue your losing streak. So you're going to have to deal with it sooner than later. So for me, I dealt with it right away. I said, hey, this is what I did wrong. This is what I did right. What did I do? Identify the issue, move forward. Don't look behind you. Now that you have that knowledge, take the information and go forward. Make good trades. And that's what I did. And it's been paying off. So, hopefully that's a little bit of a lesson to how to kind of overcome those things, because I know that we all get in a rut and it's serious. It's serious. You don't know. Like, I've been in places before where it's like, hey, I don't know when I'm going to have a green day again. That's a scary place to be. If you don't know the next day you're going to be green, obviously you got to stop trading, but that means you didn't deal with the issue. So deal with the issue and then you can move forward. You'll be green. Trust me. I just did it. And I don't feel good about having a red week, but I feel great that I was able to identify the issue and turn things around. It's all about turning things around. You're going to fall. You got to get back up. Get back up. Okay. So moving forward, getting into the trades here. This morning I was swinging a SPY debit spread. I probably shouldn't have entered in another SPY debit spread, but I swung a SPY debit spread. We'll just pull this up quick. Put it on yesterday. I bought 3 of them for $350, sold them for $405, and I cashed out this morning with $165 profit. I'm down $240 now because SPY rallied so hard. And you're like, why did you keep this? And honestly, the reason why I kept that on, I have another debit spread for $299. I thought it was going to crack 300. It did crack 300 today. And the reason why I kept the trade on, we did crack it, but we kind of double tapped the 300 area. The market went up because Trump didn't say really anything regarding the trade deal agreement. He's not changing the trade deal with China, and that was the big fear. But since that's not happening, I'm not saying that's not going to happen in the future, but that's not what happened. So the market rallied really hard. There was some crazy price action. Looking at the 5-minute chart on SPY, within 5 minutes we went from 384 all the way up to like 303. This is crazy. However, I do think the volume is relatively low here. But the reason why I kept my short position right now is I do think that next week we are going to try to retest maybe the 297, 298 area is why I kept it. And if not, maybe Monday afternoon I'll cut my losses and we'll move on. But that's my trade idea right now. I think that it's kind of getting a little topped out here around 305. I think it's going to come back a little bit, maybe even to the 295 area and push back up on SPY, right? Could be wrong. Might test 310, 311. The market's a little bit irrational right now. It's running high on optimism and states are starting to reopen. So that is what is fueling the market right now, is that Trump didn't say anything bad about China in terms of the trade deal, and states are reopening, economies are reopening. Illinois just reopened partially today. So it's gonna be interesting to definitely see what happens here. But now it's kind of rallying. It's up a couple more bucks. So we may be wrong here, but we'll get it back. We'll get it back. We have a little bit of a cushion. We made $165 on SPY today. We'll push through. Okay. Now, a couple other trades I did. Now, the other trades were a bit risky, I have to admit. Workday, WDAY, WDAY. Now, why do I say it was risky? And I definitely, if you're new to trading, I definitely don't recommend this. But WDAY, Workday, I bought it for $215. I had 2 of them. Sold for $270. And initially, this is where you kind of get yourself in trouble, okay? And I shouldn't have done this. And what I did was I wanted to do a day trade. I thought it was going to fade. I thought Workday was going to fade yesterday. It had amazing earnings. As you can see, it popped up from 170 all the way up to 187. I thought it was going to fade. I just wanted to do a day trade. However, I bought this week's expiration, which only bought me like 1 day. I didn't have any time to actually if the trade went against me, I wouldn't have any time to manage it, right? And that's what happened. I caught it a little bit here, 183. I bought the 182.50 puts, and it just sat here all day. And then it came back toward me at the end of the day. And thankfully, we had a gap down. I did close it a little bit early. I closed it around 180 on this leg down here. Didn't capture all of it. Could have made more money. But when something expires that today, you don't want to play around with it. You do not want to play around with it. So, thankfully I was able to make a profit on workday, but that was a very risky trade. Also, I did another risky trade on Tesla. Tesla 351, $351 today on Tesla. And Tesla, what did I do here? Tesla, I sold a couple credit spreads in here around the 315, 320 area. So I was short the 315 call and long the 815 and long the 820 calls. And what I was really looking at on Tesla, and thank God I closed them out, because this would have been a disaster. But that's what I mean. You got to stay disciplined. Stick to your trading plan. I was sticking to my trading plan. This Tesla rallied hard today, up 29 points, and I shorted it. And what I was looking at, let's cancel this. Let's cancel this leg out right here. What I was looking at, just so you can see it a little bit better. What I was looking at is I started shorting on this leg up, so it says 1144. So 1144, right in here, actually on this leg right in here, I started shorting, and it came down immediately. Came down to 817, and at 1202, so right in here. So I caught this perfectly, high to low. It hit 823, came down to 816. I closed it out perfect. It's rare that I catch a trade from top to bottom this perfect right here. But what I did was I got 325 credit, bought it back for 240. So I made it instant $175, $170, something like that. And then I put on another one towards the end of the day before the Trump speech. And this was definitely a lot more risky, because I'm trading same day expirations on these. I'm selling premium. It could definitely go against you. However, what I was willing to risk on the second trade was only, like, if the second trade went completely against me, I would still be up $20 on the day on Tesla. So I went for it, and it did pay out. I made almost $200 on this, made $280. So I received a $351 credit, bought it back for $1.70. And this time I went for the same expiration, the 815 calls. I sold the 815 calls, but I only did one instead of two, and I bought the 820 calls. So it was the same position. However, you had to be quick with this one, because it popped up, right? So I placed this trade at 1235. So right in here, it was topping out again at 821, 822. I placed it. This looked like it was the ceiling, so I placed it before the Trump speech, came down, and it came all the way down to here on this leg down. So at 153. So right on this candle, I close it, and if I didn't close it, I would have been max loss, because this ripped back up. So this literally ripped from 812 to 835. So I think I'm finally, like, after having some losses with Tesla, I'm kind of finding my groove with it, and it seems like selling premium on Tesla was the way to go. And looks like it might be the way to go, just in general, for the way that it moves. But today I was selling premium on same day expiration. Definitely high risk. I don't recommend it if you don't know what you're doing. Another trade that went a little bit crazy is GrubHub. So GrubHub was up on news that Uber is going to purchase them again. They're just working out the logistics. So what I did, I'm still down in the position, right? I'm still down. I made $48. So what happened here? So let's go back to kind of show you my orders here. I've actually been holding GrubHub for a while. So I initially put on a debit spread it cost me $2.07. So this trade's a little bit more complicated. So I bought June, and I bought this 16 days ago, right? So I had like 40 days on the contracts. Now I only have 21 days. I'm in June expiration. I bought the 65 call. I shorted the 75 call, and I paid a $2.07 debit. Now you're like, why did you get a profit? Why are you up money and you're down money? What's going on here? What I did was on GrubHub, I bought back my short. I bought back my short leg today. So I bought back, as you can see here, the 75 call. It was short for 25 cents. So that's how I made money, because I was up like $50 on that position. It only had 25 cents left in premium. So there was really no reason for me to hold it, because it wasn't offering me any protection. and the 75 call, definitely was near worthless. It popped up a little bit, but I sold it. I bought it back for 25 cents. So that's how I made the $50 back. Is I had the debit spread. Now I just have naked calls. So the short leg I bought back because that premium got sucked out. And then what I did was I rolled the profits. I bought another 65 call. So I have another 65 call here in the event that make it bought out. So I'm in it. I'm down $146 on this position, but I'm actually down around about $96, $98 because I already made $48 in premium here. I bought back that call. I was able to make $48, so now I'm down $98 on that. So I averaged down a little bit. So we'll see if we get that back. Disney, on the other hand, Disney kind of went a little bit sideways. I put a position on it in hopes that we were catching a run here, but due to the news, Disney did not catch a break. I mean, it hit a low of 114. I am in July expiration to kind of show you my position. I was thinking about averaging down. I'm planning to run up into Disney reopening July 11th. I'm on July 17th. I have a debit spread. I bought the 125 call, sold the 140 call. Probably should have averaged down a little bit because it was kind of going against me. Actually closed up $12 on it on the day, so we got some money back. Down 37%, not bad, but it was down like 50% at one point. So at that point, I probably should have averaged down because I still believed in the trade. But the news kind of ransacked it. It bounced where I thought it was going to do. Like it bounced around the 115 area. It's coming back up. My goal is to hit 127, 130 area up in here. That it will run up. Also, the NBA running up, ESPN, that kind of thing. I think things are going to pick up a little bit for Disney. It kind of went against me, but we have a lot of time, so it's still going according to plan. Like I said in the beginning of this video, stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. So Costco, I lost $105 on, and I had a strangle on Costco. And Costco just didn't do what I wanted it to do. Let me pull it up here because I've been trading here. So I had a strangle on it. I bought it for $10, sold it for $9. So we lost $105. I had June 19th. I had the 307.50 put and the 325 calls. Closed them out I closed them out an hour after market open here. And Costco just stayed in this range. It came down to 302. I closed it out when it was a little bit higher, when it was pushing like 305 area, 306. So that's why I lost. I was profitable in the morning. Probably should have just closed it out, and then it just kind of kept ramping up. So I got losses. I took a $100 loss and I bailed. Costco missed earnings, but as you can see, people love it. It's at a decent, solid support down here in the 300, 302 area, and that's where it bounced. And definitely glad that I cut losses, because now that trade, if we look at that trade, if I would have held that trade, let's go to Costco and we'll look at the 307.50, 325, 307.50, 325. I mean, now that's going for 660 would have been, instead of losing $100, I would be down like 350, 360. So not good. So, I'm glad that I mitigated the damage, and that's what I needed to do earlier this week. Minimize the damage, re-enter. But that's how we learn, right? That's how we become a better trader. So you guys have a great weekend. As always, if you watch this to the end, comment, watch to the end, hit the like button, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.